When I'm looking at templates, I like to do this. I like to just go. I can't find a better way to get to it. I just there's a few ways to get to templates, but I like to just go to Google Sheets. Actually, just Google Sheets, and here it is: google.com/sheets/about. I come here and click Go to Sheets. The reason why I do this is if I just come here and then go to my drive, well, I already have my drive in this tab over here, so there's no use in opening a new tab. And then I just come over here and click New and go to Sheets. It's going to just automatically pull up a blank sheet. And I'll show you. It's going to look like this. But if I come here to Google Sheets this way, I get some of their, I see their template gallery. And the templates just, they make it a lot more fun, honestly, to input information. And I think anytime you can have something a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, it's going to be more fun. So, and make it seem less like a task. So one that I really like here was this annual budget one. I think that was the one I had. Yep. Okay, so this is the first page of it, annual budget. It's here and there, right here, right here, under personal. Okay, so, but this could be for anything, but for a good personal annual budget, you put your starting balance right there. So you can just click on it. It's a cell, even though it looks pretty. And so we can change that and make that, let's say we're going to just change it, make it 2000. Okay, there, that's done. Down here at the bottom, there's these tabs. So you have the different sheets. This one has 4 sheets. Okay, so we come to the second. Before we do that, I'm going to come over here and just take a peek at the summary. See, right now, before this did say 5,000, and then I changed the 5,000 in the beginning. This right here, starting balance. So then that changed it back here in the back as well. So everything is going to change accordingly, and all the information on all of the sheets is going to coordinate. So since I haven't added anything else or subtracted anything else, on the back sheet, it says ending balance is 2000 because nothing has happened. Okay, so when we click on expenses, this is where we can log our expenses in every month. And even if there's something like childcare that you know, let's say, okay, every month I do $400. Yep, I'm going to need that every single month. Let's say that you don't need it May, June, July, and August for whatever reason. And you can put that information because you're like, okay, I know I'm going to have to spend that on in these months. And so right there, it's giving you your total, and your average obviously is 400 a month. And then when we come back to the summary, we see how that's going. Okay, so you can go ahead and input everything that you know is going to happen. Student loans, credit cards are usually going to vary. But let's say you can go ahead and put in everything that is going to be steady throughout the year. like your mortgage or rent. And then you can come in monthly and change things like activities or something, and change that as you need it every single month, as you see how much you've spent, to see how it's adding up, how it's going. Okay, so there's also an income sheet where you can put paycheck tips. Now, if you're never going to receive tips, you can go ahead and just remove this entire row if you needed to. So just delete that row. We don't need that. So anyway, you can do that. Let's go ahead and let's some numbers in here. Okay, so that's been adding that up for us right there. Averages 2,000 a month, and there's our total. Let's go back to summary, and we see where before it was in red right here with a negative. Now it's balancing out, and we can look at every month how we're going to be and what's going to be happening. So we can kind of predict that and see where our rough months are, and determine how much we can actually have according to each month, or how our year is going, how our months have been going. Because sometimes we'll have like 2 or 3 birthdays and for family members, like in 1 month. That December is going to be a rough month, so you can kind of balance all that out accordingly. So these are really great for that. So there is the annual budget. You can also do a monthly budget, and this one is obviously going to be a lot more simple, because we're just looking at the month. So we have a start balance and an end balance. We increased 50%. So our expenses that are planned, and then actually what happened, planned income and actually what happened. We can put all of our expenses here. There is your planned and actual, and the difference with all of it. And we can even put each individual transaction that we want. We can categorize it as to what it is, so we can see where we're spending our money. Okay, so let's try this out. Let's put food here. Okay, so let's say we bought groceries. Same as how they have it. And we whoops, not that much. We bought a lot of groceries. So we can go back to the summary, and we can see where that is and what's happening there. That changed everything around. Our increase now is only 10%. So we can really get a good visual of what's happening every month, where our money is going, and keep track of it, and help to save and to balance better. So there is that. Let's go back to the Google. I definitely need to find a better way to do this. Okay, let's look at this template here. So those were here is an annual business budget that we can look at. Expense reports, financial statements. There's a lot of things. We'll go ahead and look at this, and then I'll talk about another way to get a more specific template that you might want. Okay, so this is going to be for your business. So you have your starting balance. This is very similar to the personal annual budget, but for business. So this is already filled out according to what you might need. Cells and other for the income, the expenses, meals and entertainment, promotional advertising, commissions and fees, bank charges. So this is already set up with your rows for a business. That's basically the only difference. It's going to work the same. It's going to all balance out wherever you put it. It's going to put it everywhere that it needs to be to figure that out. And you have your charts, and you can watch the growth and manage everything through this. So, but it's just set up with the terminology for business. Okay. So another thing that I want to talk about is, if you come here, if you're just on a blank spreadsheet, you can come to add-ons, and you can go to this template gallery here and go to browse templates. Okay, so, and then you can click on the budget, let's say, and let's look at this monthly cash flow worksheet. So what I did with the others was I did this with a few others that I liked and wanted to play around with, was just copied it to my drive. Okay, so that's done. So I'm going to go ahead and X out all of this, and I just have too many tabs open. So so here it is right here, copy of the monthly cash flow template. So if I just click on that, here it is. So with this one, it just has the one sheet, but it has all the cells, and it's all labeled and written for you. And it does the same thing if you put okay, so it's giving your total, it's averaging, it's balancing everything out the way the other ones that were a little bit prettier did. But these do it the same way. So it just kind of depends on how you like it and set up. So there are so many templates to choose from here in the add-ons, and also on the main Google Slides, I'm sorry, Google Sheets page. So another one that I wanted to talk about was this one for kids. Okay, so this can also be something you use in your career. I talk a lot about like working with special needs kids or something like that. Of course, this can go for typical kids, special needs kids, anything. But this is a really great way to lay it out. So I know that like we'll take special needs kids on shopping trips and things like this. So it doesn't matter if you're a teacher or working in sales or what you're doing. Google has templates that can help with so many different things. So they even have this this money manager for kids, this little template for budgeting kids things. So you can, put in here whatever that, let's say they want some candy, to budget for candy. So you can, you can do, you can make all this happen, and it's dollars. Okay. So there we go. So you can change this all around, get them to do it themselves and work on it, and ideas to earn money and the amount. And so there's just a lot of fun things that Google has. And I do like, okay, so here's a simple, some of these can get really extensive. Here was a simple one. Okay, so let's say here's your income, and you spend $700 on your car, your rent is $1,200. So you can put in all of your bills and your income, and you can see how much is going to savings, emergency, and other goals. Where do I want to put my savings? Okay, so you can try to balance that out and do things accordingly. So they have these, and they have some very, look at this money manager one, really extensive budgets here. So this one has 7 sheets. This first sheet is just basically telling you, giving you instructions on how to work it. You go to the second one and fill in your budget. You can even keep track of all of your bank accounts in one spot. All of the transactions, if you wanted to log all your transactions in. You can get your report and a yearly report and set goals. So, so Google has so many templates. You just find the right one for you, what feels right. But you might want to first start not within this blank sheet with the add-ons on the templates, because those look a little bit differently, but rather go to the main Google Sheets page. Again, like this, and get in to see the templates that they want to offer you, because these are a little bit easier and nicer to fill out and more attractive looking. And that is it.